There it is. Like, where's the game? Righty. So we're gonna be starting with these two items. We've done the first 4. I did this last stream, but it's actually a good setup, so I don't really wanna stop it, and we're just trying to make it to boss rush on this one. And then we will be jumping to a different character. Ooh, double shot is honestly super good. I'm not really worried about the arcade. Morning, Isaac. How are you doing, my man? How was your weekend? Went to a dinner theater yesterday. Surprisingly, went well. I'm assuming you meaning to say. That sounds really interesting, actually. So it's dinner and a show, literally. Ooh, more options. Yeah, my weekend was... Ouch. Hey, Pepsi! How you doing, my man? My weekend was very good, but very stressful. I went and got a new tool for my blacksmithing. And it was not a small tool. So moving it was very, very stressful and very, very... Is there something up with my mic? Is it peaking? That's weird, it shouldn't be. Hello? Is it good? Are you back to looking good? Okay, let's... Oh, it's definitely not here. How about? And now frickin' boosting again. I know what's happening. Okay, are you gonna actually hear me now? Is it working? Test, 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 test. Okay, it looks like it's going okay now. Perfect. Yeah, but I went and got a new machine for my blacksmithing. And it's something that I've been looking for almost 10 years. I've been trying to get a hold of this type of machine for a very, very long time. And they're called a power hammer. Specifically, I've been looking for what's called a Little Giant power hammer. They're a... Hello, Danielle. They're a mechanical hammer. They're not an air-powered hammer, they're not a pneumatic hammer. They're completely mechanical. And the one that I got was originally founded because it's all made out of steel. The whole thing is made out of, like, poured steel in a foundry. It was made, I think, in, like, really early 1900s or late 1800s is when it was originally poured and made. So that was something pretty cool that happened this weekend. Got it up and running. I've been using it all weekend. There we go. Ah! Just getting too much damage. Taking too much silly damage. That was Roid Rage, correct? Yes, okay. I don't want Devil Deals, so we're gonna go down. Yeah, Pepsi, how have you been doing? How was your weekend? Same with you, Danielle. Still on Laz? Yeah, this is my last unlock for Laz is Boss Rush. So that's what we're trying to do. By the way, remember when we were talking about Baldur's Gate 3 and I was mentioning that difficulty trophy? I do remember you talking about a trophy that was difficult to get a hold of. I don't remember exactly what it was about. Like, I don't remember, like, what the trophy was for. I just remember you telling me it was difficult. But yes, I do. Yeah, I've just been kind of like moseying through it rather than like, I don't like this item. Like, I know it's a good item, I'm not a fan of it. That's not the point. I'm trying to get to Boss Rush quickly. It's really good with certain synergies. I will agree with that one. Blue map. So one of the things that you should know is the reason you pick up blue map is because it can also help you find the boss room. Believe it or not. Because usually, So the super secret rooms are coded to be closer to boss rooms if they can spawn there. So you won't always be right on the money with them, but it's a better chance that you'll be on the money with finding them. Yeah, closer to boss rooms. Closer to boss rooms. Funniest statement I heard. Oh? I guess you're right. And this one just decided to prove me wrong, too. And I find that really funny, actually, because, like, almost every time I've ever used that strategy, it's worked. Like, there's the odd time that you're like, okay, yeah, like, that's nowhere near it. But yeah, 90% of the time when I do that, they are there. Love that. The game decided to prove me wrong as soon as I said it, because it was like, I heard you was talking shit. No One Left Behind, make sure you can save every tiefling through the game. Yeah, that would be really, really difficult. There's a specifically, like, one part of Baldur's Gate 3 where that's nearly impossible. Ow. Good job, Keith. You just were not paying attention. Get ball of bandages, and we're going down. What do you want, Cheeto? I already fed you. Yeah, that sounds kind of aggravating. That does not sound like my idea of fun. Alt F2. What's Alt F2 for? I actually don't know, so... Ah. Yeah, just Alt F2 those specific achievements because they're a royal pain. Oh good, it's Bumbo. If I had the coins, I would just give you money, Bumbo, but I do not. Basically, it would just copy everything that I did over to the other ones as well. So, like, I'd actually only need to finish the achievements on one save file, and then it would just pull them all over to the second save file and third save file. I'm not going to blow that machine up yet, just in case there's some sort of item spawn that I can get a hold of. Books. 30 days straight. Oh my god. That sounds like actual torture. Like, that doesn't sound like fun. Like, I, like, personally and genuinely do not have time to do that. I don't think I would be able to play 30 days. I wouldn't be able to play for a whole month every day. And I'm assuming it counts, like, actually logging on and playing something, not just, like, turning on the game. Stream finally stopped lagging. So far, don't jinx me. Poison tears, that's nice. Wow, that was close. No need in a row? Okay, well, there's that at least. And do you need to win all of them, or is it just you gotta do it? Ah, yes. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, just play the game normally until you get to that point, and then... We're getting a lot of health up pills. It's kind of weird. Keith, stop taking silly damage. Excuse me. Just immediately lose my chance at... I think it might be over on my other monitor. I got a random line of dead pixels. That's not fun. Hello? Can I hit the, thank you. Yeah, I don't know... I don't think anyone in chat right now is part of my Discord, are you? I really need to get my, my stream elements set up so that people can just type in chat that they want to enter the Discord. We now have Wafer, which is pretty nice. Yeah, totally fair. Oh, there is actually something in here. I haven't seen this room before. That's interesting. Yeah, but we're just trying to run to boss rush essentially. I've got all the other achievements that I need. So at this point in time, it's just trying to like get to boss rush, beat it, and then just be done. Sorry. Anyway, started on the assembly grind set. I've been racking my brains trying to figure out how the code works in this book for new programmers. I mean, you gotta start somewhere. Excuse me, you gotta start somewhere. And that doesn't actually sound like a bad place to start, in all honesty. There's a lot of books and a lot of, like, places that have quite useful... Oh, good, spawner mom. That has stomped more in the time that I've done this than I've ever seen her stomp before. Cool. Doesn't really matter which one we take. Little shits. The butt slickers, that's disgusting is what it is. You know, none of these are really good items. Like, this is the only one that I might consider. However, there are fecal-based enemies that make me actually think that this might also be a good idea. Because they spawn those enemies. The other ones are called buttlickers. Yeah, I know those ones are called buttlickers. What do you guys think? Dirty Mind or Synth Oil? I think we're gonna go Speedball, because, yeah, oh, it is spun for me. Never mind. Spun was the better idea, though this one could have gotten me a lot of shits to help. Ow. Fistula is going to be a bit of a problem. I'm glad I have some sort of, like, poison tears so that I don't need to deal with the mask. Both of these guys can spawn things too. It's Chub and the Forgotten, I think is what that one's called? That's what that enemy's called, is the Forgotten? Then we've got Frail and Mega Fatty. I want to kind of kill Mega Fatty first. Because he can do the, Wow, we have the angel and the devil all in one. I like that. That's kind of funny. And it was doing damage to the devil, too. I miss Afterbirth Plus. Yes, I remember that. It was like one of the main break builds for Greed. Was if you got Diplopia, you just waited until you got a Steam sale in the shop, and then you just broke the game open. Because you could get 2 Steam sales, everything was free, so you never needed to pay your money for it. And then you just kind of hoped for a resell or restock. And now we have an angel and a horseman, which is also very ironic and kind of funny. Did I just one-tap the boss? Did I just one-tap Widow? Damage plus 2020 in Hemolacria equal broken. I mean, yeah, I would assume so. Oh boy. Just ran right into the red shit like a doofus. So I want your guys' opinion. Do I finish this run after this, or do we just call it quits and start on the next person? Because this is the last achievement I need. Just end the run, got a completion mark. Missing No has appeared in the basement. So... Missing No sucks. I know it does. That's it for him. Ugh, that is the last one for him. So we can just exit game and start a new one. Damn it, my coffee's all gone. That means we either need to take... We're done Judas. We can do Blue Baby. I need to take Eve to Mother, and I need to take Samson to Mother. I also apparently need to do Azazel to Delirium on hard mode. Unlock Greedier, dude. I know. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I just heard some come in the door. Alright, we're back. It wasn't someone leaving, or it wasn't someone entering the house, it was someone leaving the house. My partner tried to sneak away without giving me the proper goodbye and hug and everything. Not allowed. I'd chase her down. So, do we do Eve or Samson to Mother? I also need to take Eden to Mother, which is... Eve is cooler. Perfect. Okay, we'll do Eve first. Excuse me. So, we're immediately just going to do that. You like Tainted Eden whenever you're not doing completion marks? I feel like Tainted Eden can be like both a really good thing and a really bad thing. So, Isaac, you were talking about Baldur's Gate 3 and the achievement to try and save every single tiefling. Is there an actual strategy for that? Because I personally have never been able to do it. I usually lose somebody in the battle for the Grove. Or I'm just gonna fucking die, okay. Start over, I guess. Fuck me. What is going on? Yeah, like, that's the thing, is, like, I know... Yeah, I've done that before, and it's okay. I'm just trying to do it a little bit more. "100% metaphor for my abilities." Oh god. There's only one thing that I need to tell you. Oh, I can't remember if you can do it. I can't remember if in Baldur's Gate 3 you can cast Spike Growth. Because if you can cast Spike Growth in Baldur's Gate 3, there's a really broken, kind of mid-game thing you can do. Specifically with Warlocks. That's just, oh god, it's busted. It's called the Eldritch Cheese Grater. Adrenaline. Panic equals power. And if anyone in chat knows what the Eldritch Cheese Grater is, it's answer. It's terrible. Because they have no freaking titles. Yeah, they don't. Not at all. No titles. Zip zap zilch. None. But there's however many endings based off of who you romance and who you... yeah, it's kind of nuts, actually. And then if you do the evil ones or the good ones... Yeah, because I think there's I think there's 3 endings per romance, plus the endings if you don't romance anybody. I'm having a great time, guys. Arky. Nah. Maybe. $20% off, yeah, that puts it at what? Because it's $80. Yeah, that's still not a huge amount. $60 on Steam. That's pretty cheap comparatively to what it was. You're also in the States though, so it's gonna the price is gonna be a little bit different for you than it was for me. I don't think this game likes me right now. We're just gonna do this. Sure. Free bombs. You know, I think it is the first generation in gaming to have 2 price hikes. When the PS5 Series X came out, games were $70, now Nintendo is pushing the $80 games. Game cost $70 when it first came out. It might have in the States. I know where I lived, it was a little bit more expensive. Not a lot more expensive. Like, it might have been like 75. Or maybe it was 80 after tax. You're saying next-gen consoles, $100 games? Yeah, if that's the case, it's just kind of stupid. How capitalism works, though. First floor Joker? Fuck off, Keith. Nah, cause you want Joker for stuff like this, so that you can get gimpy. Specifically with Eve, because you want her to always be on 1 HP. And most of the angel deals give you health back. And I know that is a little bit less of a problem with the Razor Blade specifically, but a lot of the times I stop carrying Razor Blade at some point in time, just because I find a better, in my opinion, a more usable. Like, if we got, like, Alabaster Box or something, I would immediately go for that. Ooh. Jawbreaker's pretty nice. Oh my gosh, my hands are so sore. I've done so much blacksmithing over the course of the last 2... Or I'll just f***ing die again and it won't matter. I've done so much blacksmithing over the course of the last 2 days, getting ready for this craft show that I'm going to. It is... It's kind of ridiculous. Like, I've ripped off every single callus on my hand. Like, I don't know if you guys can... Yeah, you guys can kind of see. Those are all little holes in my hand from all the skin being torn off from using my hands so much. Oh yeah. I'm not super unhappy about it because it makes my job easier. Makes my hands hurt less, but goddamn, in the moment, it's like I want to frickin' die. And the muscles in my hands too, like the muscles in my hands and forearms are just like they're so sore. Fuck yeah, humbling bundle. Every time. I always get tripped up by those. See, there's a lot of people that I know that are, like, one of my friends, Gymnast, has a VR headset, actually. And I've always wanted to try it. Like, actually get, like, a VR headset and actually try playing some games in them, but I don't know how I'd do with it, because I already have, like, such, like, an overdeveloped sense of spatial awareness because of gymnastics and paranoia that it can almost end up becoming a problem for me. Okay, we are gonna be, yeah, and that's the other thing, is, like, it's, like, such a financial burden. It's gonna have, like, 2 megabytes of storage, yeah. And then it depends, it's like, okay, like, what do you do when it's... Lockdown, okay, so we know that that one's bad. Range up, that one's good. Something's wrong. Man, I keep dying to such stupid shit when I've got really, really good items. Really gotta stop doing that. There we go. There we go. Shite. Get the bird out. The day of VR company. Oh wow, we actually did that faster than... Wow, we could go and get... They already have session suits, yeah. Also, hello, Dead Pony, how are you doing? We're going this way. Ugh. I wanna fucking die. I don't actually. I'm just very tired. And very sore. Ooh, I'm gonna go with Wolf Tooth, or Dog Tooth. I like that Dog Tooth also gives you a, Been playing some modded Afterbirth. It is true, yeah. Some of those sensor suits, it's like... It'd be awesome for them to get cheaper, but I actually don't know like how cost effective it would be for them to get any cheaper, because then they'd start breaking super easily. That never got a Repentance port? Yeah. It's sad that some of that happens with a lot of them. They can definitely replicate it in some ways. Oh no, it shocks you. At least some of them do. Yeah, it zaps you. At least some of them do. Ah, I was like, where's... There's a little ghost. Which is freaky, if you ask me. God damn it. I want both of them. Well, I want the spider buddy. That would probably make me sick, honestly. False sensations. I guarantee I would have my body would just have a frickin' mild aneurysm. Would you kindly fucking stop? Stuff. I think I'm going to try for angel deals this time, just because I am curious. Oh, it would be super cool. I think, personally, my only problem with that is we already have people who have such a hard time spending time in the real world. Like, that is one thing that I do think is a very sad reality. Is there's so many people out there who have such a hard time already spending time in the real world that giving them a way to basically never be part of the real world, I feel like could be an extremely large problem. Like, it could create a whole new, like, subsect of... It could become a whole new subsect of, like, video game addiction or anything like that. Small rock. Yeah, exactly. I do 110% agree with that sentiment. Oh yeah, no, I get what where you're going from, Daniel. I'm just also saying that there is no way in hell that humans won't become addicted to that. Just plain and simple. Oh good, we have Blue Baby, so we could in theory do this as Blue Baby instead, if I die. And to me, that feels like a lot more of a problem than... We're already addicted to everything. And see, here's the thing. I would normally agree with you. What's one more additional addiction? A lot, actually. Yeah, it's kind of one of these weird things where it's like, I both agree that VR should be studied and we should try and, like, implement it in certain parts of life. Like, I think in terms of, like, training, I think that VR could be used very, very usefully. And when I say training, I mean specifically, like medical training. So, like, learning how to do surgeries with actual tactile feedback. Right, it could be a super useful thing for the technology. Like 110%, that would be super useful. However, I also think that there's a good chance that I might, yeah. I'm just kind of looking at the moment, sorry. Just wandering. Oh, that kills me. Great, well, now we're Blue Baby. I didn't realize that would kill me. I thought it would just take away the red heart. Honestly, that's fine. I'm actually quite okay with that. Because I need to do this on Blue Baby too, so... Oh, I'm sure they are, but they'll be doing it for military contracts more than anything else. 110% it will all be going towards the military. That was some bullshit. It will all be going towards the military outside, like especially in the States. It will be going towards the military for sure. Well, it's like, look at most drone operators. Hey, the microwave was supposed to be a weapon. I know it was. You want to know the really scary part, too? Most radio waves that, like, we think of using, i.e., like, radio waves or microwaves, also got used by, like, the guys installing them. So, like, you know, the old school, like, there's pictures of guys sitting up on radio towers with, ow. Like, they'll be sitting up on top of radio towers with these giant, like, radio dishes. And you'll see, like, one of them, like, holding something in front of it. They're microwaving their dinner. The guys realized that if they just held their dinner on a stick, like their whatever food. Sword Art Online, fuck that. If this ever starts to try and turn into Sword Art Online, I am personally shooting the person who's trying to do it. I do not care if it sends me to jail. Fuck that. Because we all know that the only people that are going to survive in a Sword Art Online style apocalypse universe are the speedrunners. Let's be real here. They just know how to break the game too well. When debt will live for an eternity. I feel like Josh from Let's Game It Out would also live for eternity in that sort of environment. Just got so much patience. He just break the game so slowly over time. If anyone in chat actually knows who I'm talking about. They will 100% find an exploit. Oh, fuck yeah. Excuse me. Oh, Spoonbender. Hello, my lads. Hola. ¿Cómo estás, panda? Monster hunting? Alrighty. Well, thanks for the lurk. Oh, I was saying that, like, in reality, I think the people that would survive, like, an SAO style, like, apocalypse idea of people being trapped in the simulation is, like, people like Windette or not Pandamaxi, people like Windette or, Josh from Let's Game It Out would just, they would never die. Because they know how to break games so efficiently. I feel like Josh might die because he's just a button pusher as well, though. Like, he likes to be like, I wonder if this will kill me. But at the same time, I don't think he would do that if it was his own life. Has anyone here ever watched Let's Game It Out? While others try to beat the game. Yeah, that is true. I've forgotten 99% of SAO. Yeah, no, I've never watched it. I know enough about it, but I've never actually watched SAO. Kirito was okay. I'm gonna be back in just 2 seconds, guys. Excuse me. I see that we had a crash. Lovely. Apologies. Alrighty, so we're sitting here with Psychic Tears. Yeah, assembly is super complicated. Have you thought about, like, doing a lot more, like, YouTube learning as well? Or Khan Academy? Because I think Khan Academy has some assembly basics in it. That's all good.
Health up.
I want double psychic. Give me the double psychic. I'll take it, because we get Freezer Baby with Psychic Freezer. Or Psychic Freezing Tears. This is really easy. Do you know, Daniel, do you know Khan Academy? I'm just taking it because it's funny, because I have Spoonbender already. I ain't playing for efficiency, I playing for stupids. Though you do have a point, Counterfeit Penny is actually a pretty broken item. Whoop. Ooh, we got a black heart instead. Interesting. Yeah, that's one of the weirdest things though, is like getting past the basics is really difficult because there's a lot of basics. I also realized I goofed up. I need to save some bombs. Wow, I have a lot more health than I thought I did. I need to find a way to get rid of some of it. At dumbing down concepts. One of the only proper use cases. I feel like that's actually a very fair assumption. God damn it, I didn't want to blow up my frickin' machine. Yeah, I have just a hard time with ChatGPT in general. I have a very large problem with anything that people are like, oh, it's AI. It really isn't AI. Hey, Moonglow, how are you doing? Insert sad trombone noises. Only uses AI has for me is explaining concepts and translating novels. Nothing else. Insert sad trombone noise here. You just woke up. Maybe you should get to bed earlier, huh? Oh, fuck me, okay. Get son.
Range up.
I think it just simply repackages and reuses it. Well, that's what it does right now, at least. If any of you are very interested in AI and like some very funny concepts about AI, I would suggest reading The Spiral Wars. There is an AI in there that is sentient and very intelligent, and very cynical about humans and their ability to conceptualize. Well, and that's the thing, though, is like one of my favorite things is like it's just really good at math, yeah. But like one of my favorite things is people saying like, oh, you know, humans will be able to tell what a sentient AI is, i.e., like the Turing test. Like the Turing test is essentially states that an AI will be considered sentient as long as it can prove to a human that it is sentient. What an absolutely biased way for humans to try and arbitrarily decide that they know what true sentience is for another creature that runs on a completely different wavelength and ideology and everything than they do. Like, I'm sorry, I think that is the funniest shit ever. Like, humans are going to be able to tell that a specific digital analog is we're going to be able to tell that it's more sentient. And there's the Bible, so at least it's out of this item pool now. And we're fighting both angels at the same time. I'm gonna pick it up and then drop it again. Actually, give me the flight. Give me the speed. Bonk. Bonk. Cool! See, and that makes perfect sense. But can we please stop calling it AI? Like, I know everyone calls it AI, but it's really not AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence. It's not intelligent. It's a very good compressor, digester, and it's basically very good at copy pasting. That's all good. Also, Moonglow, I don't know if you're still here. If you are... You are, perfect. I was going to say... There's something I've been considering doing, and I wanted to bring it up to you because you're one of the people that I see streaming a fair amount. And you apparently have some followers that are interested in it, I'm assuming as well. I'm thinking about starting a website for my blacksmithing. And if I do that, I'm trying to figure out a way to set it up so that certain content creators would be able to like have like a creator code from that website, like for that business. And be able to essentially get their people discounts. It wouldn't be very large discounts. It might be like 5 or 10% discounts. But is that something that might interest you in the future? Cool. Because I've already talked to one gentleman that I know here where I live. He does a lot of streaming too, but he specifically streams like Soulsborne games. So it would be interesting for him because that would be a lot of like custom knives. Fuck this little guy. I absolutely despise this enemy. Like, absolutely fucking despise this enemy. Watch, if you actually start doing it, all of the custom ones coming from your end, Moonglow, will just be sacrificial daggers. Because you have a cult. Everyone will just be like, give us the daggers. More than likely. My chat is unhinged. I've been in your chat. I know your chat is unhinged. I can confirm I've been contributing to it recently. Fair. Let me out, 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 let me out. Let me leave. I fit right in. Well, that's just bullshit. Man, the hitbox on Mother is so frickin' weird. Mother's being a little bitch. Whee! I apologize. I will be talking shortly. I just gotta try and figure out how the bugger nuts. Get fucked, Mother. If they fix AI hallucination in context... Kyle's mom. Oh my god. Because now that... as some of you have seen, I do have a new tool that could make my life a lot easier for building custom orders. It might be something very interesting to do. But my thoughts are, in reality, it would most likely be like a lot of like hairpins and just decorative stuff. But it is still something that interests me. Because yeah, like I said, Moonglow, I did talk to one of the gentlemen that streams like here where I live. I know him personally, and he was saying that like once he gets to a certain point, probably kind of at the end of this year, he was saying that there's a pretty good chance that he's going to have enough people that it would be sustainable for him to do that. LLMs get used inside of games. It's the beginning of the end. I think AI or LLMs also they take way too many things for granted in my personal opinion. Like it takes so many things for granted. Yeah, I have a lot of opinions about that. I don't even think it's just they need to stay in their lane. I think they need to be so heavily controlled with what people are allowed to do with them. Because even, like, the advent of, like, AI art, as people call it, or digital art created by LLMs, is causing such huge problems for actual graphic artists. Also, I'm so happy that we got Trisagon. No cherry picking. Ooh, bad gas. Another bad gas. Oh, we haven't found our item room yet. Holy Christ. So we just hit, like, the mother load, by the way. Getting Trisagon and homing is like broken. If I'm honest, I know you're talking to Panda, but if I am honest, I actually don't have one. Honestly, GameKid. Go, sorry. Thought it was GameKid for some reason. Ooh, that might actually be really bad, and I did not want to pick that up. Excuse me for a second. I did not want to pick up that item. Thank you. I did not mean to pick up that item. But I will not pretend it's good art. Yeah, no. And, like, that's the thing, too, is, like, I get why some people do it, and I get why a lot of people do it. It's cheap. Right? But, personally, if I have the choice of supporting someone who's doing art or, like, using an AI, again, LLM, I'm just so used to calling it AI now. I think the only time that they are subsequently useful is in cataloging. I generally think that they... Oh yeah, in certain aspects, they are good. Woo! Extra protection. Down we go. Yeah, I think it really just depends. Also, can I just state... That's funny. Can I just say, I also made the most Canadian coffee ever today. Rather than using, like, caramel syrup or something in my latte, I used maple syrup. It's really fucking good, actually. That is one of the most Canadian things I have ever done, and I will, like, 100% admit to that. It's really good, actually. Oh no, like, mine's not like maple pecan moon glow. Mine is like flat, like pure maple syrup. That's it. Like, I literally poured it out of the jug the same way that you would pour it out of a jug onto pancakes. Yeah. Yeah, our maple syrup comes in a jug. I'll show you. Our maple syrup comes in a jug. That's cool. Half the time it comes in glass jugs too. This one's plastic. Yeah, and this is 1 liter of maple syrup. I'll let all the Americans have a little aneurysm as I say that. Why is it like that? What do you mean? Like, why is it in a jug? Because it's the easiest way to pour it? Like, how do you guys have it? In like a squeeze bottle? If you really must know, we have to have it in a jug because it's too like... It's too hard to have in a squeeze bottle. We've got BFF, so we're getting more buddies. It probably is not. For the amount of maple syrup that Canada creates, it's actually one of our lowest exports. Especially to the States. Agreed. Agreed, Panda. It's why I try and stay away from, like, shorts and stuff like that. Okay, you've got me confused there. I mean, fuck it, give me more red health since we're going that route. Didn't even lose out on a single bomb. Gonna go pick up some red health now. Wow. Long ass videos. Well researched. Yeah, he has some really interesting stuff. Gotta find a thumbnail for him. Yeah. That sounds pretty cool, though. I will definitely check it out. Oh my god, we get BFF Super Meat Boy! Holy fuck, this puzzle room's gonna be difficult. Except I can just do this. Wow. That's a lot of damage. Except it just fucking killed me. No! Her frickin' stomp that, like, shoots stuff out. Mother... Man, I never find Tricygon 2, and then finding Tricygon and homing is like so rare. Insert tiny violin noises. Dude, seriously. I feel like that's just all images for thumbnails. Also, Moonglow, to answer your question, you asked me... Sorry, I gotta frickin' scroll up to see what you said last. Yeah, because you asked me, like, why it was in the jug, and I think it's because it's just thick. It's easier to pour than it is to squeeze. Ooh, school bag if I can get it. Okay, so unironically... This kind of syrup as well for our pancakes, yeah. Very different and way thicker than maple syrup. I don't know. It's inconvenient as fuck. Why don't we use a fucking jug? I mean, jugs are the best. They are the best, like... Oh wow, I just realized how terrible that sounds if you take it out of context. Jugs, like this kind of jug. This type of jug. Jugs are second to buns. Incorrect. Buns are always superior. Parry. Ah! No! I want to continue. Oh, I'll be right back, guys. That is hilarious, by the way, Panda. I never thought of that, but that is funny. Yeah, you guys can probably figure out what context I was referring in, but... How hot is it there, Panda? Like, how warm is it? But do you know what the actual, like, Celsius temperature is? What the? Oh, the fucking invisible enemies. Ugh. I got punked. Yeah, I apologize that I had to run away again, guys. I'm headed away for a craft show this today. So, oh, just as a PSA for everybody, I realize I should say this. I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because I'm not going to be in the city. I'm going to a craft show to try and sell some of my blacksmithing stuff. So I'm not going to be here. I'm debating kind of doing like a goofy little live stream to just kind of show what a craft show is, because Panda had absolutely no idea what a craft show is. Like, I might just pull out my phone and use like Streamlabs on my phone to just kind of quickly show everybody what they look like. At least you made the PSA before you forgot. That'd be kind of fun. But I also don't know about, like, public recording and, like, that sort of thing. So, I might just have to do it in my booth and just kind of show what I've got going on. Also, I made a new thing. A goofy little new thing. Called a marking knife, or a kiradashi. They're used in woodworking. They're kind of like a carving knife. I also made a shit ton of steak turners. And I think I sent to the Discord a couple of the steak turners. I've really started liking making the ones that actually leave the railway spike head as, like, the handle. They're pretty cool. I like them. And I didn't realize this, and I don't know if you guys could see it in any of the pictures that I sent. But the railway spike, you can actually see the serial number, like the serial number stamps on the head still. So, like, someone could theoretically take that serial number and actually track, like, where the spike came from, what foundry it came from, like, everything. Yeah, they have a serial number on them. It looks really dumb, like, it's like, they're usually, like, a really weird, like, triangle symbol, or square symbol, or circle symbol. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool because, you won't be able to tell exactly where they were in the train track. She's not very world savvy, so she doesn't know much about the modern world. Yes, I did meet Constance. I was curious, actually. So when you say, so Constance mentioned her partner.